So the worst thing about spending a year in Israel is the 12-hour red-eye flight from Tel Aviv to JFK. You arrive at the airport around 10 at night, and you know you're not going to sleep for the next 12 hours. You're surrounded by ultra-Orthodox men with black hats, and beards, and side curls, and they do not give a fuck about you. You're like, you do not exist. You are like the worst person in the world for them. So I've just had the best year of my life, and I'm going home because suddenly it just feels lonely. I want to be around people that I know. You know, a year of adventure has been great, but now I just need some love. So I get to the airport, and again, there's the black-hatted dudes just everywhere. And then I see this woman kind of sitting down, kind of siesta style against the counter. She's gorgeous, she's slim, she's got kind of dark curly hair, pale skin, and she's beautiful. And I'm like, okay, I'm taking note. So when I get on the plane and kind of being buffeted around by a whole series of Yiddish-speaking and Hebrew-speaking Orthodox dudes, and I go to my seat, and I see next to where I'm supposed to sit is this woman. And I'm like, thank you, Jesus. So I sit down next to her and I say, do you think they're gonna mind? Because these guys do not like men and women sitting next to each other. If you look in the news, this is an issue to this day. Men and women should not sit next to each other. So I sit down and she laughs. This is a good sign. And she's Israeli, which is really weird, because I've lived in Israel for a year, and Israeli women are the most beautiful women you will ever see. And they have no interest at all in North American men whatsoever. I'm from Canada, actually, so I'm not saying American, but we're the same thing. They call us Anglos, as if I'm riding in on a horse in a suit of armor. They have no interest. They think we're effete, weak, wimpy. We didn't go in the army. So I'm sitting next to her, and she's laughing at my joke. So we start to talk, and she's from Tel Aviv, she's a law student, she's going to America, flying to Mobile, Alabama to see her boyfriend. Was training the American Army to fly Apache helicopters. This dude is badass. But she starts to tell me about growing up in Tel Aviv and doing her army duty, and I tell her all about my fucked up life, and she totally accepts it. And the plane is delayed for 2 hours, so we just talk the entire time. And at this point, she's probably gonna miss her flight on the other end to meet her boyfriend. She has 2 connections to make. And then we take off, and the lights go down. And you can smell the cigarette smoke, because back then in 1996, when I'm 25 years old, you could smoke on an airplane, which is disgusting. And I don't know how this came to be, whether it was her or me, or both at the same time, but suddenly we're holding hands there in the dark, and we're kissing. And to me, it feels like the most amazing thing ever. A validation of my entire life. Her name is Inbar, which means amber in Hebrew, but it's not a stripper name in Israel. And we just spend the whole night kind of kissing and holding each other, surrounded by all these ultra-Orthodox people. And it is so intimate. Just being in the darkness next to somebody, feeling the warmth of their body up against you, them kissing you, touching you, feeling them in the darkness there. 12 hours. I felt like I knew her like I'd known nobody else before. And it's amazing. And I don't want it to end. But at a certain point, the light comes blaring through the blinds of the airplane, and I hear behind me, Modeh, Ani, Lefenecha, Melech, morning prayers, they're awake. And the dream is over. She's panicking. Oh my God, I'm gonna miss my flight. I'm gonna miss seeing the boyfriend. I never really thought to feel bad that I was doing something wrong. I don't know, for me it wasn't, but for her, I don't know, was she cheating or not? Anyway, maybe. I certainly didn't want this guy to find out, because he would have broken me in 2. So we land and we get to JFK, and it's cold, gray November morning. And in the airport, the fluorescent lights are blaring, and she is in a panic. She's gonna miss her flight. She has 5 minutes to get to this flight. and I just want to help her and I want to comfort her, and she is crying. She has totally lost her shit. And I don't know if it's because she's made out with a stranger and is going to see her boyfriend, but she's crying. And I just want to stay with her and be with her. And then my fuckface friend from New Jersey, Stuart, comes in and says, "John, I'm double parked, we gotta go." And he grabs me and pulls me out of there. That's the last time I ever saw her. And that was one of the great regrets of my life, because she was something special. And I'm sure that experience is so much different for her than it is for me. And I looked for her online, I looked for her, and I never found her, and that is one of the huge regrets of my life. Thank you very much.